That's why you don't associate with those people.
And respect would cut down on like most of the egregious things that happen. Yeah. Seriously,
I don't know
just
why.
Respect for life.
I don't know why, but this wasn't recording, and I don't know how long it was recording. That's exciting. I need.
Sorry, buddy.
When did you put it on? Did you put it on now?
What'd you say?
I said sorry. I got on my tangent there for a moment.
Oh no, you're good.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
yeah, no, that's fine.
When did you put it on?
Huh?
Did you put it on?
I don't know when. I might have hit a button when I was messing with stuff.
Oh, okay, that's good.
This might have to. There's really no reason for me to use this computer anymore, I guess.
What do you mean?
If I have all this hooked up, you might be able to use a control the computer.
I'm good with that.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
And then you know what to look for over here when you stop
What do you mean
recording.
look for?
You're gonna have to make sure you have start. I'll show you next time. But start recording.
Yeah.
Not streaming, but recording.
Okay.
And make sure you get that. And then I can handle this computer because I'm playing with it now and it works.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I should have anything else that I might bump into. You know what I mean?
I'm good with that.
Is that cool? And then you can move the computer wherever you want. And if you want to be able to put it up here somewhere where people can see it, or if you want to hold it for yourself, you can even get on the computer. As long as you don't use too much of the CPU, you know.
Yeah, fucking. This was hot. All the way up to here.
Oh shit, I don't have another song.
You gotta stop touching stuff. Roll.
I'm gonna just come back along.
I know, that's gonna be even worse.
No, when this is over.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna come back or whatever. It's alright though. Doesn't matter.
No, that's not.
Yeah.
I need to take care of this.
You wanna start walking on me?
No.
Well, what are you gonna do about
You
it?
heard him. He said no.
Well, what do you wanna do? I feel like walking's the easiest. Because I don't think we're gonna get around to that 100 sit-up challenge.
Oh, we need to talk about that tomorrow. Damn, we have a show
But
tomorrow.
I don't feel like sit-ups. I mean, I feel like all that's gonna do is make it hard. I mean, that doesn't do anything.
Yeah. We have a show tomorrow.
Yeah. Right up.
No, I'm gonna come on here in a second, and then I'll get a dab while all that's going on. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how much time is soon.
What do you got on your phone? Oh. Almost. 2 more. That's my prediction. Here it comes.
Believe it or not, guys, that was me. No. Melancholy. That was a flashback. Me and April got married. Oh my God. 2001, and you had that CD then. So
yeah, that came from
old?
high school with me.
They're really good.
Yeah, they were good.
Melancholy. Yeah.
Millen.
You're a melancholy.
I'm a Millen.
You're a Millen. Hey everybody, if you don't know who we are Mike and April. We're High as Kites, and we have 2 shows that we do. We have this show that you're listening to right now. It is the Mike and April show up here on Toke Radio on Wednesdays from 5 to 7. We also have Coffee and Weed, which is every Thursday from 11 to 1 on Facebook Live.
I also need to give a shout out to our sponsors from Gaia's Garden, Kind Meds, 710 Pipes, King of Quality, Simply Pure, TH Custom Promos, Grass Trades, The Clinic, and Studio 420.
Now, we went to Cincy Night the other night. Remember that?
Yeah, that was fun.
Last week we
That
went
was
to Cincy
fun.
Night. We got a lot of cool
Hey,
swag.
Who do we see there?
We saw
420
Gina,
Autism. Hey,
420
guys.
Autism.
Yeah, and Gina Michelle Tokes.
Yeah, the Looper Bus.
Yep, that's right, that's right.
We're
We
gonna
saw
try
Sean
to.
Savoy was there too.
Yeah, he's a comedian. Yeah. The Looper Bus, if you guys don't know, is a bus that you guys can take up here in Denver, and they go to different locations, and you can smoke on it. And you buy a pass, and you can just smoke on the bus. And I think they go to different places and stuff like that too. I'm not 100% on where they go, but we are in talks. So if you guys are interested, we are going to do a live show if we can. Try to do a live show out there on the Looper Bus because they have Wi-Fi. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
it's like-
bus
so-
was nice.
Either
So it's
that,
like
or
a-
we're going to try to either record it and then do our live later video. And have you heard of the Looper Bus? No. It's up here in Denver, and you can ride on it. It's like I don't know exactly how much it is. I'm gonna look here in a second just to see how much it is.
So it's pretty much a party bus that you can.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
the
they take
gas
you
on and
A
everything
420
else.
friendly
Yeah.
party bus. That's
They
pretty
take
cool.
you to
It's like a
dispensaries.
full-size bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, we rented one out for a buddy's birthday one year,
Okay.
and it was
Oh.
like you know what I mean. It had the full 2 bars in it.
Oh wow.
It was
Nice.
pretty cool. It was fun.
Oh, it looks like they're gonna get one in Las Vegas too. I didn't even do that one.
Oh yeah, they're gonna. Oh man, they're gonna do that.
Oh, once it starts and it kicks off
In
and it's
Vegas,
good, one of them,
they're-
poof, yeah.
Oh,
They're gonna do
Vegas
it
would
right too.
Vegas would kill. They'd probably do like 20 of them in Vegas and just kill.
Colorado's a little bit too apprehensive.
yeah. What we were
as
saying
far
is
as the cannabis goes, I don't know what they think is gonna happen.
we're gonna try to get on. You guys heard of the Looper Bus over there?
Mm.
Have you heard of the Looper Bus where you can ride it and smoke marijuana on it?
Yeah.
They have hours Thursday, Friday from 4 to 4 to what's that, midnight?
Midnight,
midnight.
yeah, 4 to midnight.
And then 2
to-
Saturday and Sunday 2 to midnight. It's really cool. We're gonna try to do a show out there. We talked to the owner at Cincy Night last week, and he was like, "Oh, you guys should come do a show on the bus."
Yeah, that'd be great.
And I was like,
That'd be
"That's what I was gonna
crazy.
ask
Yeah.
you."
Hell yeah.
So yeah,
Sign me up for a ticket.
yeah. What
Yeah.
else did we do? What else did we do? Who else did we see out there?
We
Excuse me.
saw so many things.
Miss you.
The thing about
Too many
Cincy Night
things.
is it's so busy.
We saw 99 booths.
Miss you.
It
99
takes a
booths.
lot
Yeah.
for me to be around all those people. So when I'm around those people, I wig out. So I kind of need to be directed like a fucking cow. Like, you know how like a cow, you gotta have
You
to
steer
just scare it
you
in
steer-
the right direction.
Scare it.
You need to steer, yeah.
What is-
Or kind of like pretty much a pig. You kind of like hurt it to move it.
Yeah.
It's
Pigs-
just-
it's just
pigs
too
are
much
fucking
fun.
mean, man.
Pigs are so hard-headed, man. Oh,
My
God.
stepdad had
That's why I don't like going to crowds.
my
It's too much
stepdad's
movement.
grandmother had a bunch of pigs that my stepdad would go out and feed every couple of days, and that was. I feel bad if he fed them every day, and I'm only telling me he fed them every other day. I don't know exactly when he fed them. I just know I went with him occasionally.
You don't know the pig schedule.
Yeah, I don't know the pig eating schedule of Alabama. Yeah, I don't know if it's 2-3 times a day. I don't know what they eat. I don't even know. But they were fucking mean, man. They were loud.
Yeah, I used to work county fairs. Oh my gosh, you have a board some people work boards. You have just a big board with 2 handles on it, and you have your feet behind it. And you have to steer this pig that does not want to go in the ring back around into the ring instead of running through the corrals and stuff.
Wow.
So did you do the pet part of the fairs and stuff?
I showed a cow a couple times. That
Was
I
that
did.
exciting?
Yeah, I did mostly shooting sports,
Okay.
rifle and archery and stuff.
We had Bando Black on the show.
Quite a few weeks ago.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna try to have him out here too. But he used to be a person who worked at the fair who did the basketball. So the carnies.
Oh, okay.
He was a carny.
Oh,
Yeah, I've heard
okay.
about his background already.
He
Alright.
was a dirty carny.
You can't call somebody a dirty card.
He was a carny. Yeah, I just thought it was really weird because I have a carny phobia. I don't like any in the carny industry talking to me.
You associate carnies with clowns.
I think so.
You find them, yeah.
I think what it is
You're quite afraid of clowns.
I don't want people to look at me or talk to me ever. Just ever. Like if I'm out and about, I'm not a kind of guy who wants to talk to you. I'm just not. But when you go to a
so
fair
we
or
tend
something,
to fuck alone.
yeah, I have that guy with a stern face, and you're like,
Yeah, me
oh
too.
shit, he's not gonna laugh. That's usually me.
People don't care that you have a
They
stern
don't
face.
care.
They never do.
You look
Like,
friendly.
He gets approached so much.
You look
It's
friendly.
Crazy.
I hate to say it.
That's
but you look like
funny.
a friendly guy because you have their smile
People-
line,
it
bro.
doesn't make any
and
sense.
that beard and a long
should start
dress.
frowning a
Like they
lot.
think
I do.
you're,
Come on,
like,
Murphy's
hey man.
24/7.
People always want to talk to me. I never want to fucking talk to anybody. It's just
What?
that
You
shit.
talked to a guy yesterday at.
That was my
Red
birthday.
Rock.
It was my birthday.
So what?
I was.
He gave one free pass out a
Yeah,
year.
it was one of those
birthday.
things. It was a
Everybody
really
gets
cool
one.
guy.
Everybody gets one.
You were
Yeah.
all psyched up for your birthday?
He seemed, you know what it was he looked interested in us. And I just wanted to talk to him because he looked like he had questions. And he did. He even said, oh, your hair's so long. You know, he was asking me about my hair.
Oh, okay.
And I was, we were talking about this stuff.
Uh-huh.
People who have, because we do look different. Hippier
Yeah, I
homies.
guess so. Yeah.
That's pretty much the game we play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what is that?
Oh, man. That thing looks...
450-pound hog.
Buddy from
That
Oklahoma.
looks insane.
Man.
It's
It's
so
an Obama?
It's
weird.
alive and running at him.
Oh, is he tied down? Is he
Yeah,
He's tied up.
his
They get-
feet are bonded.
They ride with
Oh,
dogs and then they shackle them.
That's messed up.
It's Oklahoma.
Well, I mean, they sell. You can sell them and stuff. They sell the meat of them, and then like some people actually like take those hogs to train other dogs with and stuff.
And other.
You don't just tie him up and leave him in the field? That's what I would
No, you don't put a hog in a chain.
do. Tell me.
A little pet. I mean,
Tied to
you
a
could.
tree.
I mean, you
like
could.
a
I
pit
guess you could.
bull, put a little spike pit.
It'd probably
around it.
You could.
You'd
You'd have to use some steel. You'd have to use some steel though. Once you got bigger.
Yeah, it can eat through about anything.
Oh,
Anyone
yeah.
ever been
yeah.
bitten by a pig?
No,
You
I've
don't
never.
want-
I've
You
never
would be
been
scarred.
Think about a horse. What time's going?
bit. Yeah, they're worse.
Anybody been bitten by a horse?
Yes, I have been bit
Yeah.
by a horse.
How was that?
It hurts.
Yeah.
They're not fun. It's not
What'd
fun
you
at all.
do? How'd you get bitten by the horse?
Well, I mean, just
You trying to fuck the horse?
no. I was just messing around with it. And it just bit at me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It wasn't anything bad. It was just nibbling, and then it.
Horse teeth are scary.
Yeah, they're huge. They're
Huge
mad. They're just like
yeah.
human
Oh,
teeth,
yeah.
but they're
They
4
can bite
times
your
bigger.
head.
Denture teeth, yeah.
Yeah, they're
They had
Denture teeth.
when I had a DUI, I had to do community service, and I worked at a horse ranch. And I thought that was actually the most fun I had. I actually just because you're just out, you just move shit. That's all you had to do. But I mean, like we fed it the horses and stuff like that. And I had to ask the people because we were sitting there one day and I got really high, and I was out there and I go, have you ever seen a horse just like run and fall?
Yeah, that's run and fall.
Right, and she's like, yes. And she had like so many stories. She was like, yeah, one foot fucking went in a hole and it broke his leg and
Oh,
shit.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
And then you gotta kill it at that point. But,
No.
what are you gonna do? You gotta splint it?
Well, yes.
So
We
then,
have the
like,
technology.
No, sometimes you can't.
Yeah, he has 4 legs.
I know,
He
but
can't walk with
sometimes
his split.
sometimes you can't. Like sometimes
Yeah,
it's gonna
horses
cost
are
way
dead.
too much money to fix the horses. Like a buddy had a
It's
horse
messed up.
and it just slipped. Its back foot slipped in some mud and tore its tendon right there where the hoof connects, like where the back of it is. And it would have cost way more money
Right.
to try to fix that. Than,
I'm not the guy that's in
like
charge.
I mean,
That's terrible.
well, I mean,
can't
but that
kill
horse has won multiple.
Damn.
Well, get this, that horse has won them people so much money because like it's won nationals, like world, multiple titles.
That's crazy.
But I mean that one little deal, it tore tore your Achilles.
yeah.
That's terrible.
Like,
Horses,
shattered-
watch out, don't get hurt.
Yeah, pretty much shattered your Achilles. What do you
You're
do
listening,
then?
horses.
Yeah.
Give us a call.
They are. They're listening.
If your owner's on the internet listening to this on some speakers, turn it up and talk about horses.
I'm not the guy that needs to be in charge of putting the animals down because it's like, oh, so and so fell in the mud, he's hurt, put him down. He's like, oh, well, so and so has he needs a hangnail removed from his hoof, put him down.
I could put animals down if
That's
they attack
gross.
people.
The fucking hangnails
Oh, yeah.
and shit they get on their
Oh,
hooves,
yeah.
and they
Yeah,
have to
that's-
file that fucker down.
Yeah.
That can't feel
Oh,
good
that
to the
is
horse.
nasty, right?
It's like having a fucking hangnail, right?
Yeah.
But it's a fucking hoof.
Yeah.
So it's
like
just
a
like
Why
this
are they
fucking
like that?
center
What do
thing.
they do out in the
Besides that,
wild? What do they do out in the
They
wild?
don't.
What do you mean?
They
They're
ju-
wild
It's
horses.
pretty much like
Well,
you know how we
kind
get
of
calluses.
engineered-
Yeah.
Like if you lived in the woods, your hands would be all calloused up, your feet would be all calloused.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
walk. That's pretty much how they is.
I mean, have you ever been to Assateague Island?
To where?
Assateague Island. It's
No.
where the wild Spanish horses are.
I've never been
No.
to an
Shipwrecked.
island. I mean, like a real island.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like a real island, but yeah, and on the East Coast and down on the southern side of the Ocean City, right on the Atlantic, Virginia has a part of it called Chickateague, but there are wild horses there, and
Okay.
it's a campground and a beach. But you can go there and camp. Well, I was camping there, and those horses are mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are mean, but they're also very smart. I mean, they warned me one night that our tent was about to get flooded.
Okay.
Like they marched around my tent one night, and I woke up, and the bottom of my tent had like 3 inches of water in it.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were like, "What the heck?" So we came out, and they were like literally up against the tent, like pushing the tent.
So were their hooves out of control?
Yeah, they were. I mean, a little bit, but you could see some of them. They'll take their hose and they'll stomp the asphalt. And they're
Okay.
on, like kind of they manicure themselves. Usually,
Oh,
most of the
okay.
time, if they have the means to, they'll try to manicure themselves. At least, but they've been around since like the late 1800s.
See, they should just put something in the horse pen where the horse can kind of manicure themselves, like a little
We've
bit
missed
at
a lot.
least.
Yeah.
Wolves in
I
the
mean, something
wild.
to do.
Well,
That's
what I
what
was trying
cats
to
do.
get
That's
to
why you
is
get the
wolves,
cats
wolves
scratching.
Yeah.
they
Scratching
manicure
bones.
themselves in the wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And like deer, whenever they rub their antlers and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder how good that feels to a deer.
How good does it feel when you scratch your back on the corner?
Feels pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
Or when
scary.
she
Think of
scratches
You
your
know,
back
I'm
with
just
her
saying,
nails.
think of that though.
That's
You know
just
what I mean?
fine.
Think of
Yeah.
that.
It's like-
I like that. I'm automatically frozen.
But I mean, that's like if you get a sunburn and afterwards it doesn't hurt anymore, but it's just peeling.
Yeah.
And it feels good to kind of, just like
Oh,
rub it and
yeah.
scratch it off. That's pretty much like what a deer feels like whenever it has
What
those
is it?
antlers.
Moose every year, their fucking antlers
Yep,
fall.
every
And that to me when I learned
actually
that,
it's deer.
deer
all
too.
of them, yeah, all of them fall off.
But I'm the only reason I'm saying
crazy.
moose is because they're
Yeah,
fucking
they're huge.
right?
Yeah, they're massive.
So I remember I didn't learn that until I was like 28. And I go, what? Every year? That means like you can just go out in the woods and find
Yeah.
fucking just huge ass
We
animals.
watched a jogger get chased by a moose.
Yeah, we did.
Like at first the moose wasn't interested in anyone, and then it
Just
got
in
on the
the water.
trail for some reason, and just started chasing this guy, a
Right,
jogger
just
with
a
a dog.
just a rabid moose for no
And-
reason.
Yeah.
and-
Wow.
Chase
And the
them.
guy started running faster and faster. I mean, what do you do at that point?
Yeah,
And
see-
then they just ran around the corner, and that was the
Yeah.
end of the video.
See, I'd be terrified because my dad actually has a moose head in his room, in his bedroom.
We
We
think
got
it's
it.
that moose coming back at
And
you.
that thing's huge. Like that moose head, just in general. Like
Oh, the
imagine
moose
how
was huge.
big.
It
well,
was.
yeah, the one in our house is
Yeah,
massive.
that's
Just
fine.
imagine how big the back end of that thing is.
I always
Yeah.
thought, I always thought people were
Oh,
joking out here when they said there were moose out here, but apparently
There
there
are.
are moose
Yeah,
out
There's
here.
yeah.
elk out. If you
Oh,
drive from
there's
here to
elk
the
out
Springs,
here.
you'll see them
They're
too.
huge.
I saw one time because I wasn't driving. You can't look around if you're fucking
Oh
driving.
no, but you see
You
one,
can't
I
stand off
guarantee
into
you.
the-
You see one, I guarantee you. There's like 100 of them around
Oh
somewhere.
yeah. Well, there's that sign on 25 right there.
That has that, yeah.
And then you're like, oh fuck you, sign. Fuck you, you don't know.
Yeah.
I had a deer one time in Missouri that ran into the side of my car.
Oh yeah, the kamikaze deer, the whitetail.
Yeah.
Was it a
Oh,
whitetail?
Yeah,
For some reason,
yeah.
whitetail
Missouri
or
is like
kamikaze.
overrun with deer.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I watched
They
one
kill
jump.
themselves.
Yeah, I watched one jump over a little. I don't even remember what kind of car it was, and smashed this car right next to me. Jumped over the little car,
Mhm.
completely cleared it, and just smashed the car next to it.
Wow.
It was crazy.
I was going down the road by a lake, and I saw a deer run in front of my car, so I slammed on my brakes so I don't hit him. I was like, yeah. And right when I slammed on the brakes, bam!
Another
my
one-
car
another one
just
just come
slammed because I guess I stopped in
Yeah.
front of him.
Damn.
And it was I don't know if it was a he or she. I didn't see I drove a little Kia, it was brand new too, and it fucking lifted that bitch up. Pow! And then he fell on the ground and took off running again. That's how hard he hit it. Big ass dent in the side, and he left that if you rub them, it has a what is that
Like
called?
that oil.
There you go, the oil in the car.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Just
yeah,
as- Just as
Yeah.
whatever you call it, musk, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck it's called. don't
I
know
think
what
it
it's
is. Yeah, musk. Yes.
something, whatever the oiliness off
Yeah.
of the animal's called.
When they rub
Pheromones.
off and
Juices.
stuff, pheromones.
Juices.
Like
They're
juices.
pheromones.
They're
They're
deer
pheromones.
juice, yeah, the deer juices are on
Yeah,
that car.
pheromones.
Thank you, deer juices.
Deer juices everywhere.
Hey, that's the
Yeah.
only way you can prove it to the insurance.
I didn't even take it to the insurance.
I hit a coyote in my Charger, and
You
the
ran over a coyote? Or?
well, the coyote actually ran. like it was a race, and he decided the ending point was the front of my car
Nah.
because I was coming around a turn going like 65, and he come out at an angle and decided, you know what I mean, to cross as soon
Yeah.
as, you know, I'm turning, he's crossing, and yeah, he decided the end point was my car.
That's
And the first question they asked me were, "Is the coyote dead?" I was like, "Yeah, I can show you where it's at if you need." You know what I mean? But that was crazy. Insurance. The first thing asked me, "Oh, is the coyote dead? You know what happened to the animal?"
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, it's dead. My car's destroyed right now. Couldn't do anything.
A coyote destroyed.
Well, I
the
mean,
front.
yeah, Dodge Charger going 65 miles an hour. I mean, it destroyed my radiator,
I'm gonna eat after this.
my
You're
whole
trying not
front
to make me
grill, you know, my front bumper, everything, all that.
Uh,
Yeah.
what do you guys got going on?
No,
over there?
you know
Looking
what
at
else?
something gross.
Yes.
Yeah, very.
What
like
is
a
it?
blue waffle kind of thing.
No,
Yes,
worse than
worse.
that. Worse than
Worse
that.
than the
Yeah.
blue
You
waffle.
said 2 girls, 1
That was
cup.
gross.
Oh
What?
no.
Yeah.
2 girls,
Yes,
1 cup.
it's gross.
It's
Worse than that.
How is this worse?
It's there's
I'm
no
not
cup.
No cup.
There's no cup.
No
There's
cup.
She's just
Ass
shitting
to mouth.
directly into her mouth.
Speaking of
Yes.
shitting directly in her
Alright,
mouth,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Shout
shout out to our
Yeah.
sponsors,
Cool.
Guys Gardens, 710 Pipes, King of Quality, Simply Pure, TH Custom Promos, Crash Trays, The Clinic, and as always, Studio 420, which is where we're located, 3995 South Broadway.
Yes. Now I gotta know what compelled you to look this up? You're like, I know what I'll do today. I'll go on an internet radio
It was
show
on Facebook.
and I'll look up a girl shitting into a dude's
No,
mouth.
this is what my friend sends me on
Oh.
Facebook.
Oh my god.
Man, you like, this is what
You
my
got one
mom
of
sends
those
me on
friends.
Facebook.
All right. Now that
I happen to
was
call-
liquid.
I just happened to cough at the
It's
same
liquid,
time,
dude.
and then it made me
It's
gag.
going up his nose.
Because
I hope
was
he gets.
coughing.
I hope he gets a head infection.
Me
my
too.
God.
Like,
Because
for doing
E.
that
coli.
shit.
He's gonna
Like
get a
right.
cold,
Like
yeah.
why would you be so stupid?
Yeah,
That's
I
how
know
you
for
get
what
it.
I
E.
just
coli.
saw. I just saw shit go in a mouth.
Yeah.
Like liquid shit.
Like-
liquid muddy baby or no
Yeah, greenish. Green, I like the color of
Yeah.
this stuff.
Like he might
The
need
mic
to get
cover.
that scene about. I mean,
It went up his nose.
She
He
might
had his
even-
mouth
she might even
wide
get
open,
that
scene
scene
about-
ready to receive it.
Yeah, that's
He was even
gross.
peeling your cheeks back to make sure he
Ugh.
gets all of it. I don't know why. Like what? Why?
I just don't know at what point are you
Ugh.
sexually aroused by this, or
No,
are you
Right.
not?
It turns my stomach.
What line did you cross where regular sex just doesn't get it anymore?
There had to have been some trauma,
Or like
right? I mean, at some point in your life, you can't
some
just go,
trauma. Some trauma.
I'm
Yeah.
a
Well,
healthy
just like
dude who
you
just likes
should.
shit in my mouth.
Right.
You know? No,
Right,
it's
that's
not.
terrible. It's
Well, I
too
mean,
bad.
unless there's, you know, there's those people who do have those diseases, but
I
there's
mean-
one in the
I
million.
have a
Everyone
disease,
looks
but
at
god damn, I mean, now what?
Well, I know, but you know those people that are addicted to dirt, they eat dirt.
I think what I think.
said
But
that's
you-
What
Yeah,
did your
vitamin
mama do to
deficiency
you
or
as a
something.
child to
Yeah.
make you like shit in your mouth?
Right. At what point
Like,
in
that's
your
what I
relationship
think.
you're like,
Like,
I
that
want to know,
starts from.
Yeah.
I just want to know at what
upbringing,
point am
you
I going
know?
to have to look at
Something
April
happened.
and go, hey babe, you know, I really want
And why would I agree? I'd be
A
like,
brown bomb.
I was thinking the same thing. I was waiting on you to ask
What?
that.
I really need to poop down here.
Because every time we do it, I've been holding it. It's getting harder and harder.
At what point are you like, I really need a shit right now, but
Right.
I'm having sex. Oh, I know. I'll go in his mouth.
See, that's gross. That's disgusting.
So, Bat Dab, you got 2 shows you do. Wednesday, you said? Let me see if I can get my notes out. I wrote it.
Ruffle
Write it
ruffle
down.
through a bunch of paper.
Yeah,
It's
4
not
to 5.
nonsense letters, is it? That only
It
you
is.
can read.
It is. It's he has 2 shows. Wednesday from 4 to 5-ish.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then and 7 to 8.
Yes, sir.
So I guess that's around the 4:20 time and 7 to
7
10.
to 7.
On the Wednesday hump day sesh, but we're here with you today.
Yeah,
What are
see,
you on?
Just Facebook.
Facebook.
which is really cool. I really appreciate you coming out and hanging out with us, even
Yeah,
though you
it's
guys
fun.
have a show.
It is fun though. It really is.
Is
Yeah.
it?
It's worth it
It's,
every
it's
time.
something
Oh,
new. You know what I
great.
mean? It's something new each time we come.
Now we're talking about shit in the mouth. So yeah,
Ex-
it's
see,
cool.
yeah.
You'll
We went
never
from
know.
LSD to shit in mouth to
Men
gun
wearing
rights
panties.
to men wearing panties. Yes.
By the way, I never
see.
asked you guys, who's worn panties
No.
here? Anybody
Nope.
worn women's panties? No.
The
Nobody.
worst I've ever done was like try to be
Go on
goofy.
the record.
Nobody that's gonna.
The worst
admit
I've
it?
ever done was be goofy and put on my
Trying.
ex-girlfriend's bra with just the straps. I'm like, like,
Okay,
you know what I
but
mean?
no panties.
No.
I have
Any
wore
situations.
panties. I have wore panties.
Yeah, I know
have
you
worn
have.
What do you mean you know I have?
I don't want
He's
to
trying on a
know.
pair of my panties. But not like for keeps or anything.
I was like,
Like-
Just for shits
like
and grins.
this
Just for
is for
shits and grins.
keeps.
No, when I was a teenager
These
too,
are
we
mine.
dressed up as chicks. We were it was me and a buddy named Tim, and we like went all out, like right, because we were really into the church too.
Yeah.
So we thought this was even funnier because
That's funny.
in the South in church, and if you dress up like a woman,
Yeah.
you're
And
quickly
then
the
you know
soul.
what we thought was even funnier? He slid his penis into my butt.
No, that wasn't.
What?
No,
Just
we
because the
we,
church was against it.
we had girlfriends
Funny, right?
at the party. It was for Halloween. We had.
It's a hold on a second, damn it.
Didn't we have
Wait
this
a
discussion?
minute.
The guys who like lipstick.
Just finishing up the story for you.
At what point? At what point can a guy not wear lipstick? I don't wear
I don't know.
lipstick. I have to throw that out.
If
I do
you're-
not wear lipstick. Although
That'd be
I'm
funny.
just asking
You
at
have to
what
move
point.
your mustache aside.
I
If
would.
you're not in theater or anything like that.
Right. I mean, I'm not counting if you have a job where
That's
you
the
really
only.
have
That's
to
my.
do-
That's my.
I mean,
Well-
you're not also not talking about people that are purposely putting on lipstick too because they are comfortable that way.
No, I'm talking about
You're
like
talking about
Halloween
just-
comes around. So,
yeah.
I can't wait till Halloween. And
Yeah.
then you put on that dudes put on lipstick and shit all of a sudden, and then
They
they're like,
do.
"Oh, I can't wait till next year."
Mhm.
It's a little much. I'm sure Halloween had something to do with it too, but I just feel like,
Yeah.
at what point do you need to stop?
It's like their. It's like their pass.
I don't
Halloween.
know. Oh,
Halloween's their little pass.
y'all have got me super high already.
I'm good.
So-
I'm pretty elevated.
I have something else interesting.
Oh.
I thought was
Uh-oh.
interesting.
Wow.
Denver
Uh-oh.
nurses ogle private parts of incapacitated man.
They oogle.
They ogled.
Does that mean they just looked at it? They just opened up the
they
sheets and looked at it?
ogled it.
They ogled it. I mean, they
It's
fondled
like
it and gawked at
Well,
it.
they didn't fondle it. You
No,
more than
it's-
look, though. It's like more than looking. You're ogling. A group of nurses was fired from a Denver hospital.
Oh, I remember that. That was a little bit ago. Yeah.
Oh, was it? After
Yeah.
an investigation found multiple members of the nursing team ogled the private parts of a dead man on many occasions while he was in the hospital. In related news, Denver study finds female sexual desperation is at its highest level in 20 years. I don't know what that has to do
They
with
must
that.
need a lot of
But
dick.
there you
Uh-huh.
go.
She said there you go.
I don't know why.
A lot of teeny weenies out there. I
They
guess.
didn't say why, but there would be only one reason. Okay, nope. There would be only two reasons you would be looking at a dead man's penis, ogling a
No,
dead
it
man's
was.
penis.
It's not a dead man. It said multiple. It said multiple time, multiple occasions. This is a.
Oh, this is after he's dead. They found this out because it says
Did it say he was dead?
the team ogled the private parts of a dead man on many occasions.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Many
Yeah.
occasions. What do you just have
I
that
guess
body in
while
a
he's on the
corridor and
slab.
you're just. That's ridiculous.
I guess while he was
Just
on the
take-
slab, they,
okay,
What's
Continue
that
with your
called?
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Continue with your 1 and 2.
Oh,
Sorry.
number one would be, of course, if you're ogling it, it's got to be massive. Like, it's got to be, like, absurdly huge, like, to the point where
What's
you're
ogling?
Yeah.
showing, you're selling tickets to come see this thing.
Like,
Oh.
oh my God, did you see it? I did see it.
right. You don't even need to say what it is. Or it's
Ogling.
comically tiny
Oh.
to the point where you've got to
How-
see this guy's penis.
How's it spelled?
OGLE.
OGLE.
You're looking at the term oogled?
Ogle.
Ogle?
Um,
Yeah, I heard that, and that just shows you right there. Weed.
what about we?
I'm just kidding. The nurses are probably on marijuana.
Do you think it was absurdly large or comically small?
Or 3, really deficient. Like, fuck, I don't know, something
Maybe it was
Oh, like
skinny.
deformed?
wrong. Yeah, something wrong.
Oh, like
Maybe
he had
it
two
was
Short
penises?
something, I don't know.
So
It was a little short
ogle.
but fat.
But how fat? Like, how fat is freakish?
Here's ogle. I found the definition. Google.
We got the definition of oogle.
What do we got?
Or ogle. Oogler.
Let's go read it out loud there, Tom.
Stare at a.
Right in the mic.
I'm trying to mature.
Ogle.
It's
O-jelly
luxurious.
So what is it?
How-
What's the definition?
Stare at it in a luxurious manner.
There you
I
go.
had a
See,
high-
you're
I had a
looking
high
too
moment, yeah, I had a
much.
high moment just
Don't
Like,
touch, but
yeah.
you're looking too much.
Were they going, oh.
They were getting your
That's great.
obviously making sexual innuendos over it.
Yeah.
That was my old man had something like that or something like that. Yeah.
Or
Probably
it was too
reported
small.
by the coroner
That's
Or
because they
they
didn't
were
want
too-
him.
Yes, I'm saying, who knows?
Right.
The world may know. The world may never know.
Those nurses know.
Yeah. But the world
Nurses are
Yeah.
some freaks.
They have to be, because I mean, they see some terrible things, like sometimes on a daily basis.
Do you know, I've worked in a hospital.
They have to do
Literally what
terrible
you
things
do
sometimes
when
on a
you're
daily
basis.
eating
That's true.
lunch is talking stories.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sure.
it's
I
just like
bet.
talking
I
shop.
used to work in a cafeteria in a hospital.
Oh,
So
yeah?
I know exactly
Yeah.
what I'm
I mean, a
was
lot
the
of shit
I was like the
happens.
sandwich person.
I
It's
want
like
to
the
do
post office. That's all you do
Yeah,
when you go on
exactly.
lunch with
Yeah.
another post
Yeah.
office person. You talk about what happened.
Yeah, that's what you do with any job, really. When we're in
Shit
airports, you all
happens.
talk about everything you do in the
Yeah,
airport.
sometimes probably keeping that shit to yourself makes you go crazy.
Yeah, I wanted to do respiratory therapy. Was what I wanted to do, but man, that job sucks. You're like cleaning
That's
people's
nasty.
tubes and stuff.
Clean
That's
people's
not
tubes.
good because then they're
Stop
gonna be
you there.
I had to do a walk, whatever the ride along
Yeah,
version of
a
a walk
walkthrough,
along.
yeah.
And I was watching, man, and the fucking people are they're in ICU and they clean the tubes out, and people were just in coma state or something like that, gagging on the shit they're cleaning out.
Gosh, it's
That was
crazy.
really gross. I really the
Wow,
people who
you're like,
do
fuck
that.
those people in a coma. It was gross, so I didn't like it.
I'm not the kind of guy who can do that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not the guy.
He'll
who
find
can
he'll
clean
find
out
something
tubes.
else that he's better
That's right.
at, and he
Yeah.
can contribute.
I can't either because if I smell something, like I'm the person that will gag,
Yeah.
and I couldn't help it. Like I really don't. I'll get it together really quickly, but that first gag was like so involuntary.
The problem I have is I don't do directions very well or instructions very well.
Directions
So-
or instructions.
So,
So don't ever ask for
Every-
don't ever ask for
Yeah.
directions ever.
oh, you don't
Or-
even know.
Because some
I
medicines,
named
especially
shit wrong.
respiratory medicines, you have to
Just-
administer by milligram. You have to do math. And,
Yeah, I know.
Just
No,
so you
that
can get
wouldn't
it
be
right.
good.
Yeah.
No,
I,
I
got 2 semesters left.
Well, I
to
mean,
be a
just so
medical
it's like in your
assistant, so-
brain.
I have to do repetition.
Yeah.
So you have to show me something and then show me again the same thing and then show me again the same thing. If I have shit from IKEA, she has to read the shit out and then
I have to
physically
tell
tell
her
me
what
what
to
to
do.
do.
Yeah.
I can do the manual shit, but you have to tell me what to do. That's kind of, I'm not saying that everybody in the military is like me. I'm just saying that's kind
But
of what the
it is
military
repeti-
likes
it-
because
rep-
I did a
repetition
job
in the
through
military,
repetition.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
load of bombs. I mean,
No,
I did
my
the same
job- my job
over and
was-
over and over.
My job was you need to look this up and then follow the directions, and you might not have ever done this job before in your entire life.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
'cause
better
did crew
follow
chief.
the fucking directions and understand
And there's $1
what
million
you're reading.
worth of equipment.
Yeah.
These guys had dangerous
Your
jobs.
life
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
is but
I mean,
yeah.
these guys really did some dangerous stuff. You
Oh,
know what I
yeah.
mean? The stuff we don't realize until
Yeah.
after we're out. We're like,
Right.
holy shit.
The
that
only
was
thing that was
I'm still
repetition
here.
was oil changes, and yeah, that's
well,
it.
your face
Oil
hangers
changes.
were.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The oil change.
yeah.
But other than that, a lot of times you'll find something wrong with the jet that you've never found with any previous jet that's come on there. So suddenly you have
Oh,
to
yeah.
go find a TO that's got dust all over it, and you really have to like read everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a
Yeah.
bird strike alone tells you, a plane, crew chiefs who work on the flight line and stuff like that, they have to go out. They're the last people to touch the jet before it takes off.
Yeah.
I said that we were because of weapons, but what happens when a jet goes up is 3 weapons people go out with a crew chief.
Okay.
So a crew chief will go out, and then what the weapons guys are doing is we're unpinning every bomb,
If
which
it's
means
armed,
Yeah,
like
Making
if
your
it
arm,
has
yeah,
something
yeah.
on it.
even if it
doesn't
takes
have
off,
anything
we're
on
still
it,
there. We have
okay,
to touch everything physically with our hands to make sure nothing's armed. You
Yeah.
know? But because planes will take off, okay, the big Gatling gun.
Yeah.
I did A-10s, right? So that big Gatling gun on the front of an
The
A-10,
30 millimeters.
sometimes it's loaded, and it just has a safety pin in there, and you can hold that fucking trigger down. It's nothing's coming out
Spinning.
because there's a safety pin in there. But if you fucking take
Pull
this,
that safety pin out, all hell's breaking
Right.
loose.
So they'll take off over a city, so we have to make sure that pin's in if they take off.
Just in case,
Right.
you never know if they could bump it.
Yeah, yeah. So
There
what
goes
we do
half
is
a
the
house.
The crew chiefs are the last people because they're physically the last people who are responsible for that whole piece of aircraft.
Yeah.
That's why their name is on it. You'll see the pilot's name and the crew chief's name. So you would have you would see it all the time. So you would usually see sergeant, but every now and then you would see something like
Senior
major,
airman.
Yep, major so and so and senior airman, which is
Yeah.
just the E4 and
It's awesome.
pay cut.
Wow.
So I mean, for someone to be a senior airman who's
Yeah.
18, 19 years old, and they own that they're the fucking aircraft. That's their aircraft. Fuck the pilot
You've
because
got
they
the
go where
pilot's
they
life
go.
in their hands right there. Yeah.
Because when they put their name on there, if the pilot gets deployed, the crew chief gets deployed. They go anywhere that jet goes, which is
because they're responsible. They're the ones that signs the hand receipt
Yeah,
for
which
that
is
jet.
really,
Yeah.
and you would
That's
think it would
right.
be.
The only thing that's the only thing the I guess the pilot really signs off on, I guess, as far as the hand receipt is, I guess, their uniform.
Yeah,
The
probably.
equipment.
The pilot does a really shitty check before they get in.
They're not looking.
I'm calling them out.
Uh,
Like, when
I mean,
people
they're
just
there
see
to- they're
pilots
just there to fly.
going
They're
around
there to
touching
fly.
stuff,
Well,
like
it's a
looking
training
at
school
shit.
too, so they're not.
Pilots are literally, they don't know what they're looking at, and it's really funny.
They've asked questions. I've seen them.
Yeah,
ask,
they really don't.
Yeah.
And they've just been taught to go around and touch stuff and make sure that's
panels
like
aren't
that.
open.
So they're
What?
literally doing stuff for show.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, I've been in a bunch of simulators and stuff, and they do tell you like just make sure like if it's a switchboard looking like thing, just make sure it looks.
Right.
Those are halfway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
looks like every single time when you get in it, it looks.
But that's really
The
The
dangerous.
same.
chair,
It
they're
look-
like,
yeah, it looks
make
the
sure
same.
the pin is in the chair before
The
you get in.
ejection
Then you have
seat
to
is
looks
the
pull
the
the
same.
scariest thing.
That
See,
thing-
that would be wild.
That
I
ejection
never
seat can go off at a heartbeat at any moment.
And that's like an airbag.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
it's
so
worse
we have
than-
to
worse
use
than
the
airbag,
inspect
yeah, 'cause
the
you
cockpit.
shoot.
Airbag on
Yeah,
steroids.
you
Yeah.
can't get into the cockpit unless you look at to see if the safety pin is ejected
Two
from the thing,
pins.
and it's
need
on
to be
the
in
other
place.
side of the seat. So the
So
way
you have to
look into
look
it,
over.
is you have to
Reach
get
over.
in, put your knee in it. They tell you not to put your knee in it, but you're supposed to lean over as far as you
Yeah.
can, and then touch it. But
And it's a thing you're sticking your
it's supposed to
hand
look
down,
like a triangle
like,
thing
you
sticking
can't-
out of a
yeah.
circle. That's
Yeah.
if it's ejected.
So you really can't see it.
You don't
do
see-
have
you
to
st- you have to
feel-
feel
physically
it.
have
That's
to.
really a
So-
safety
And to be
flaw.
honest, you
Yeah.
still don't know what it looks like
Put
if
it
it's
on
been
string.
fucking ejected.
So my
Put it
part
on a
of-
string.
Yeah, part of my job
Yeah.
was, since it came into the phase hangar, we had to inspect that shit. So then we had to climb up there, and since I was the smallest person there, because
You
I
got
was the
to
only
inspect
girl
it,
there
yeah.
at the dock.
Mhm, right.
And,
Time
yeah,
you
so I would have to squeeze into the footholds where the pilot would put their feet to
Yeah.
run the rudders and stuff. And like you can look, there's like circuitry and stuff up underneath there, and you look for FO and
Yeah.
stuff. So I would squeeze my
Falling.
body
Foreign
underneath
objects.
there, and I would just be laid all across the seat sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
See, I'd be the
And-
person who just
and
picked you
that's
up by
like
your feet. And
So much fucking
Right.
anxiety.
Held
to
you
the
over,
point where
you know what I mean?
Eventually,
Right.
you have to forget about it as
Yeah.
long as you checked it.
Yeah.
But every jet is different, and you've seen those pictures of when something went wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they had
and
to
it's,
show us all
it's
those videos.
just
of,
a
man.
human
Yeah,
explosion.
that's-
It's just
yeah.
terrible.
Tech school was nothing but watching videos of what not to do.
Yeah,
Right.
what not to do, yes.
Yeah, don't
Right.
approach the aircraft with it having hot brakes. Don't approach the aircraft if the bomb is
Just don't approach an
just
aircraft.
don't approach the aircraft. Don't approach it here.
And then they're like,
here,
approach
here,
the
here."
aircraft while it's on. You're like,
You
what?
can't hear anything. You're on
Isn't
the
there like a static charge on aircraft as well? Like, I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
You have to ground it with this
Yeah.
cord.
yeah.
When they've showed people where if you don't ground it sometimes where your extremity will explode.
Yeah.
So it'll just be like,
so when someone on the ground touches it, or when you
Yeah,
come
exactly.
off it. Okay.
If
when
you
someone-
watch
okay.
someone
yeah,
walk
and
up
it's
to an
built up
aircraft.
electricity and they'll put their hand on it,
Yeah.
pop. I mean,
Yeah.
it'll be like a mini explosion. Their
crazy.
fucking
Yeah,
hand will
it's
just
crazy.
be gone. Explosion.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
If you watch people approach an aircraft, they'll touch it like a horse. Like if you think
Yeah,
about it,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
a
You
horse,
have to
you gotta
come
make
to a
sure it
horse
sees you,
and-
right?
yeah.
Or it feels.
Yeah, you have
buddy.
to make sure.
You do not walk
You
around
touch.
with
You make sure you touch something that is not painted because all aircraft have that silver paint on it, right?
Yeah.
So you want to touch like the pylon has where the bomb is.
Yeah.
You'll see someone touch that, and it's just metal. And the reason people do that is they ground you.
Yeah,
so
you're
anything
grounding
you're
your body.
grounding your
now
body.
with the
That's
jet.
why. And so when we arm all the bombs up, right, we're pulling all the pins. You have to make sure you're constantly touching
Touching
stuff
them.
because walking from one place to another can build up enough
Static
static
charge,
to do
yeah,
stuff. So
yeah.
you're constantly
That's
just touching
crazy.
everything.
Why
It
wouldn't
will
you?
pop
I
your
mean, why
head
couldn't
too.
you?
It could escape your head.
Yeah.
They
If
give you
it's-
the
yeah.
bands
yeah.
that neutralize your static charge. Like the Army gives it out for anybody that's holding like C4 and things like that. Like there's this band
I mean,
now
rubber's
wear,
like-
and
You
it's
can-
actually
That's
just
interesting.
Rubber's like
static
the
charge,
easiest
yeah.
thing.
You can put.
Rubber's the easiest thing.
Yeah.
The thing is,
You-
this is past rubber.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
the
'cause
amount of thickness that you would need to wear
Yeah.
isn't really,
Really?
feasible.
You
to
gotta
just be
think of the
handing
spark,
gloves out.
whatever the
Well,
like
you
the
know, I'm
spark.
just wondering 'cause I mean,
what is
just-
that thing called?
Huh?
Initial.
The arc.
Crazy how much
Extra,
static.
extra spark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's wild.
because you've got these like huge turbine
Yeah.
engines just
Yeah.
like working
Yeah,
up all this
that's-
static in
yeah.
this metal casing, you know? Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
so
much respect for
wild.
the hurry
That's
job you do in
right.
the Air Force. Like, You know, I never really. You give me an inside look what you had to go through.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
that's
crazy
much-
respect for you. You're
Yeah.
like right in the
Yeah.
front, bullets whizzing by. That's insanity.
Anytime someone says
Right.
Air Force, they go, "Oh, what did you?"
Well, you
fly?"
know what? There's
I go,
a,
That's
all
not
right,
how
okay,
it
so
works.
there's an expected job hazard when it comes to combat, but it's not every day. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
not day in and day
Oh, yeah,
out.
yeah.
So, like,
Okay.
giving an inside perspective of what you guys had to go through in the Air Force, it kind of
Yeah.
gives me a perspective on the Army side. And I don't have to razz on these guys so hard, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
These
yeah.
guys definitely,
It don't bother
because
me.
every day you're
Because I'm
going
not
out
in
on
it
the
now.
line and something could go fucking wrong. And, like, to me,
Yeah.
the same thing in our side, but we don't train like that every
Yeah.
day where something could go wrong like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
something could blow
yeah.
up or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, by not checking
Like you're
one
responsible for
little
$1 million
bitty-
worth
One
of equipment.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't
Right.
want to do that job. My job, I wanted to go be a cop. That was I wanted to go and be an SP and just do that shit. And
Yeah.
then the lady at the MEPS, she goes, "You don't want to be a cop." I go, "I don't want to be a cop." She goes, "You really don't."
Yeah,
wanna
you
be a
don't want
cop."
to.
And then I go, "What do I want to do
No,
then?"
I really don't
And she goes, "You want to load bombs?" I go, "Okay." She goes, "You'll get $8,000 for a sign-on bonus if you want to load bombs." I go, "Okay, then I want to load bombs." I was 18 and 19
Yeah,
at the
that's
time.
how they get you with
Yeah.
that sign-on
sign-on
bonus.
bonus.
But do you know what our re-sign bonus was? This is how fucking ridiculous the Air Force was at the time.
$2,000.
No, it was okay. My sign-on was 8, right? To re-sign, if I would have re-signed before they stopped the stop loss, because they did a whole stop loss when we were in,
Yeah.
it was $52,000 to re-sign. You get half up front.
So 20.
You would have had to pay that back.
You get 30% taxed, and then Alabama somehow screwed us over. I don't know how they got
Yeah, that was-
what they got.
Their taxes were.
You know, that's what
we weren't even
agitated me
living
when I
there.
was in. So your home state taxed you
No.
while you were in
Yeah.
the military. See, that's
Exactly.
agitated me too. I'm from Maryland. Maryland did the same thing. I
Yeah,
got.
Alabama's
Missouri
one of the
does
states.
not do that,
Missouri
and I'm from
doesn't,
Missouri.
Nevada doesn't.
See, you shouldn't.
states.
You know,
They
if you're serving the
respect
damn
and
country.
appreciate
You're not even there.
people
Yeah,
serving.
you know what I mean. Like, why the
Right.
hell should I have to pay a tax to my
That-
state
that
for
just
serving my
encourages
fucking
you-
country?
That just encourages you not to be a citizen in that state or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
why everybody,
Yeah.
once you get to a state like Nevada, where you don't have to pay property tax or do anything like that, you're like, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to be a resident of Nevada as long as
Yeah.
I fucking can.
Yeah.
Wow.
Once y'all go ahead and give out your information, since we only have about 15 minutes left.
All right. Good, John.
Bat Dab, talk about your shows, what you do, and move down the line, and y'all go on and so forth.
Pat Dab host of the Sunday Funday Sesh.
Sunday Fun Day.
Can either be at 4:20 or 17, and then the Wednesday Hump Day Sesh starts at 4 and goes to 5, and then also that night it goes from 7 to 8.
Yeah, and this is co-host Tall,
T-Wizzle.
T-Wizzle, T-Wayne, whatever you want to say.
whatever you wanna call him. And also Jake over here starting Purging Empire.
Y'all are the most calm-spoken people right now. My God.
I don't know. We're pretty high, I guess.
I
but,
think maybe that's
I
it.
saw you guys
give
are
us-
pretty elevated.
yeah,
I really
Yellow,
am.
super.
I am
yellow.
pretty
We're going to
elevated.
get really
Give us a follow on Instagram, Jake's Two-Stone _ the Purging Empire on Instagram, and I also have a Facebook page, The Purging Empire. Just come give us a check out. We'll be posting daily pictures of new material that we are producing. So look forward to new friends.
Yeah, well, if you guys still don't know who the fuck we are the Mike and April Show. We are here Wednesdays from 5 to 7 on tokeradio.com. We will do a replay of this show.
Store stuff.
The problem that I've had was I've had a couple of user errors, and tonight is also one of those, because while we were recording, I somehow hit the stop recording button. So we are going to do a different format next week, so I hope I got some of the show, so I apologize for the people who didn't see stuff.
We apologize.
Yeah, that's
I
okay.
know.
We'll get our shit together, and it's not a big deal. You guys will live. We'll live. It'll be cool.
That's when we're moving to Jamaica. We're like, fuck you guys.
Or leave-
Oh,
No way. We're still
man.
gonna do this.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna
We'll
get
be
our
in
own
Jamaica.
equipment and hopefully stick with the Toke Radio family.
That'd be
and-
cool. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
The
Yeah,
Jamaican
do it from a
that'd be-
different
yeah,
view,
that would be
different point of
sweet,
view. Yeah.
White man on the white beach. The white man on the white beach.
It sounds like a Jamaican song.
Yeah, it does.
Hey guys, take it easy. We do have a show. Oh shit, she burned herself. We have a show tomorrow on Facebook Live. It's called Coffee and Weed. It's our 1 year anniversary.
That's right.
It's our 1 year anniversary, and
For coffee and weed. Yeah.
we were gonna do dabs versus propane, and show you. I mean, email versus propane, and kind of have what was going on. I'm going to give you
Pros
guys on
and
Tug Radio
cons.
kind of a behind the scenes that we're going to talk about tomorrow, so you get a pre-hear, I guess. What happened was we were going to do a show, right, of what's better, an e-nail or propane heating it up on a torch nail, right? Well, I got out of the shower the other day, and there's this horrible smell in the house, and she's like, oh, it's when I started cutting this rubber, I thought, it was this smell.
You just got stinkier
Yeah,
and stinkier
right.
as I'm
And
sitting here cutting this fireproof rubber
Right.
grill mat.
Right,
You
and
know?
I could understand that because I've smelled rubber
Yeah.
burned before, and then I was like, man, that smells like gas somewhere.
Yeah, it smells like
So-
garbage.
right.
Just terrible.
Come to find out, our propane tank fell over on its side, and it was all frosty on the end because it was leaking.
Oh,
you
so
know?
okay, the-
See,
And
our
our
gold torch started leaking the other day. It just started, you could just hear this.
That's
Yeah.
so dangerous. I
Yeah.
feel about
And
4
we had to
days
put it
ago-
by the windowsill, in the window open.
Yeah,
I was
4 days ago, the thought
That's
occurred to me, I don't think we should be sleeping with this.
right.
And I don't know if you noticed, one day it was underneath the sink in the kitchen
Yep.
one night.
Yep.
Because I was like, if this springs a leak at night, we're
Yeah, we
not
probably
going to
shouldn't do
know,
that.
and
Yeah.
we're just going to be sleeping with it. And now it's out on our back porch where it
Yeah,
should be, I
right.
think. So,
And you
So
walk,
the
you
raccoons can
go
get-
in the morning, turn your stove on, boom.
Oh, yeah.
right,
You
You
right.
never
yeah.
know. You never
Oh,
know.
yeah,
Yeah,
anything
you
could
don't.
happen.
Be a house bomb.
Absolutely.
You don't need a house
Make sure
bomb.
you guys check us out
Yeah.
tomorrow on the Coffee and Weed Show. We are High as Kites. So I guess that's
Yes,
it,
we are.
guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for
Kites.
listening. It's been a lot of fun. You guys, thanks for
It was
being
fun. Thanks for
on.
Thanks
listening.
for
Dad,
listening.
Bad, Jake, and Tall.
Absolutely. Thanks
thanks
for getting
every-
us high as kites.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for.
Love.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thanks everyone for listening. We love you all.
Yeah. Thank you.
That was fun. See, I enjoy this. It's fun. We just get to sit here and bullshit for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Just,
Stop. Well, we're gonna leave it recording for just a second. Hey guys, I don't know exactly how much you got of that. Sorry, I don't know what to say. It's all me. But we were gonna dab here for a second because I ended early because I don't give a fuck.
Oh, not too early.
We ended like 20 minutes early. I don't find.
Not this
You're
time.
in
It's
charge
like
of that, Tom.
9 minutes.
All
Go with the
right,
flow,
guys.
though.
Let's see if
The
I
bag.
can.
The bag-o-matic.
Bag of meds, bag of meds.
Everybody loves their bag-o-matic.
There's a bag of meds. Hey, did you grab those 2 bottles in there, Josh?
I will.
Make sure you just keep me, put them in your bag and go out.
Make sure this is still working. I haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah, that's an old one.
Since it's playing right now, so
So who's the person who picks